The lines of code stretch endlessly across my monitor as I begin to unravel another complex problem late at night. I have 20 windows open at once trying to find the single bug that is crashing the entire system repeatedly. My coffee is cold, and my eyes burn from staring at the bright screen for the last 6 continuous hours alone. Frustration is a heavy weight on my shoulders, but I remind myself that every error is a step closer to the fix. I fill an entire notepad with flowcharts and algorithms trying to visualize the solution to this stubborn issue. Cold takeout is my dinner again, but my mind is too deep in the problem to truly taste the bland, salty food. The rhythmic clicking of my keyboard is the soundtrack to my struggle and my relentless pursuit of perfection. The first light of day peeks through my blinds, but I am still lost in the maze of logic and complex syntax. My head throbs from the mental strain, so I rub my temples and force myself to reread the code one more time. The whiteboard is covered in equations and diagrams as I try to map out the data flow from start to its end. Rain begins to fall outside, a gentle rhythm against the window, but I hardly notice as I stare at the screen. I put on my headphones to block out all distractions and enter a state of deep focus with the lines of code. Another syntax error pops up on the screen mocking my efforts, but I refuse to let this small setback deter me. I close my eyes and take a deep breath, clearing my mind to approach the problem from a completely fresh angle. I highlight a section of code that I have overlooked 100 times before, and a sudden insight strikes my brain. My fingers fly across the keyboard as I implement the new solution, feeling a surge of hope in this moment. The progress bar slowly fills as the new code compiles, and I hold my breath waiting for the final test results. A green checkmark appears on the screen, signifying that the compilation was a complete and total success. Now comes the real test, running the entire system to ensure that all the previous errors are now fixed forever. I watch as the data flows seamlessly through the network, a complex dance of information now perfectly orchestrated. There are no error messages, no crashes, just the quiet hum of a system running flawlessly for the first time. I lean back in my chair, a wave of exhaustion and profound satisfaction washing over my tired and aching body. An email notification pings, and I see the message from my boss congratulating me on the successful launch of the new feature. The team chat explodes with celebratory messages and emojis, but the true victory is the silence of the perfectly running code. I look out at the sleeping city and know that my unseen efforts are now powering a part of its digital world.